What happens when turtles make love? The Portland community wanted to answer that question.
But turtles making love was not really the issue. Humans not talking about sex was.
Specifically, parents and their teenagers. There was a growing consensus that this issue had persisted despite years of organized effort.
What would it take to make social change?
Collaboration.
Planned Parenthood was trying to do something by running a new campaign.
Portland was picked as a test site for Real Life, Real Talk, a community-based effort supporting parents and teens in communicating better about sexuality.
Adverb Productions had experienced dramatizing real-life stories to make positive social change. They were looking to work on an issue related to the sexual health of women and girls.
The New Girls Fund for Social Change, a fund of the Maine Women's Fund, had an interest in promoting the leadership of young women.
So we funded a performance piece that tied it all together, talking about sex, using social change theater, designed and run largely by women in their 20s and 30s, with community members engaging in a post-production discussion.
The use of humor in the play is to disarm and to open the hearts. And if people can open their hearts, find recognition in there, and just breathe through this, then they, I think, can come towards it.
So how sexually active are you, would you say?
That's pretty personal.
I'm a tourist.
As soon as I saw the script, it was like, there are all these like real characters, and so much of it comes from research of real people and their own experiences that was like such a big hook.
A guy's supposed to answer one way about how sexually active they are, and a girl's supposed to answer the other way. And everyone also assumes you have to be straight.
There's a natural need for teens to have some privacy. There is a natural need for parents not to talk about everything, but when there's more opportunity to talk about a lot of things, all of that would only give us a culture that opened up more and was able to talk about sexuality in a healthier way.
Well, the way that Kathy wrote the script also was very realistic, too, so I actually did envision quite, a lot of that stuff was not really that far from myself. And it's good to know that I look very, put together because, of course I said, the exact same things, why can't you trust me? Stop treating me like I'm a child. And, of course I stomped around and everything. I slammed doors. That's, it's not that far away. I'm only 23, so it's not, it's kind of familiar. Just realizing that it's insecurities is part of life and you can talk about it, it's okay.
We started out thinking about Real Life, Real Talk, really wanting to do something different. We didn't want to just offer workshops for parents about how to talk to your kids about sexuality, and we didn't want to just have TV commercials running on the air about how important it is to talk. But what I hope is that, maybe people won't be so aware of it, but maybe in a year's time or so, people will just be having more conversations about this, and it'll just seem more normal, and they won't be cognizant of the fact that there's been a change, but all of a sudden it just slowly will sort of happen. I think that's what we're hoping for, and that's probably, I think what will happen.
In this World Cafe and the one that we held on Thursday and the one we'll have tomorrow, we're creating 3 charts that virtually are of the same basic motif, the idea of the chasm with the impediments of the teens on one side and the parents on the other and what impedes, and then using the tortoise as a bridge and using that image and that idea where the tortoise has his sections on the shell are ideas of what generates possible open and honest communication.
It's very simple in its basic guidelines, but it does generate a lot of ideas that are the big ideas of what people are, the common ideas that people are trying to get to, instead of just, here's my take, there's his take, there's your take. It's finding our common ground.
So there's something about getting a few people around a table, eye to eye, around topics that are very important to them. Something happens between us. And if you have a group of people and all of a sudden we are in there, well, the answers don't lie in your position or mine or yours. It sort of comes out from the middle. And when you get in those moments, you can tell, and breakthrough thinking happens at times like that.
We believe that the kind of dialogue about sexuality and health seen in the play will lead to better decisions in sexual behavior among teens.
Specifically, we believe helping young women communicate about sexuality will make for stronger, healthier adult women.
And when those women thrive, their communities prosper.
It's not a magic bullet, but it's a big step in the right direction.